I talk for a living. I'm a broadcaster. Story. What else? I'm married. I'm cut that part.
No, don't cut that part. Don't cut that part. No, please don't cut it. Don't.
So it now looks like fun, you know. Be like, yeah, I invented it. So I've been that tech person right away from my young days. I love media.
I wish you were wearing that banner.
You understand?
Eyelashes.
Alert.
Hey, oh, good of alert.
Why?
Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Talk Time with Winnie. Big shout out to everyone on our YouTube channel. Thank you for your kind words, your feedbacks. Thank you so much. Big shout out to our partners, Optimal Sculpt and Beauty by Uyi. Thank you so much. Guys, today I have with me somebody who has been doing us so proud in Ondo State. When it comes to cakes, she is very good at what she does. Guys, I have with me the creative director for the Salt and Shuga brand, Feintola Ayeni. After this quick break, we get to meet the gorgeous Feintola. Director for the Salt and Shuga brand, the very beautiful Feintola. Thank you so much, Feintola, for being on Talk Time with Winnie. It's such a pleasure to have you. And by the way, you look absolutely good.
Thank you, Winnie. Thanks for having me. You look prettier, you know.
Dripping glory. Thank you so much for being on Talk Time.
Thank you for having me.
So, let's rush into Salt and Shuga. I mean, Salt and Shuga is like a household name here in Ondo State. Maybe Ekiti State too. Maybe, I don't know. But I know Salt and Shuga is a household name. How has the journey been for you?
It's been an awesome experience. Started 2016, there were about years. I started 2016 and it's been not really challenging because baking is something I have passion for. Okay. It's practically my life, so it's been an awesome experience. The growth, starting from scratch. I started from my kitchen, later moved to my sitting room, later moved out of the house. It's been awesome, and all thanks to God.
Okay, so 2016, talk about 2016 up until this time. That's 5 years.
Yes.
So 2016 up to now, it's not a long time, to have grown your brand to the level that it is. Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who have started baking before you, but they've still been, having difficulty becoming a household name, a solid brand name. What is it that you are doing? Aside, I just bake, I get clients, I bake, and then they take their work, they pay me, and then I move on to the next clients. Is there something special that you are doing for you to have, is it networking? Is there anything in particular that you want to share with us that you are doing?
Really, I don't think it's anything special, It's okay, fine. I have relationship with most of my clients. Okay. I try to not like I'm forcing to be their friends. Most of my clients are referrals from my friends, and even I have half of my clients are my friends. Not they were my friends before they patronized me, but maybe after they made a cake with me. So and the other relationship with them. It's always good to build relationships with your customer. That's very, very key. And then the standard. Since we started, we never ever for once compromise standard. There's always a quality check, okay, there's a quantity of sugar, quantity of flour, that will go into your cake. So it's not about, oh, this person is paying me 5,000 naira for this cake. So because of that, I'm going to, instead of using 5 eggs, I'm going to use 2 eggs. We don't do that. You understand? Is it that we are making the cake for you, or we are not making it at all? So, and there's something about when, okay, now you visit your friend, you ate my cake, then you order from me, and it doesn't taste the same way. There was something you tasted. You want to taste that thing again. So that's why you have to maintain the quality. We have a quality control officer that ensures that any cake going out of the bakery is a perfect and is the taste that it should be.
Okay, so quality relationship, which one would you say it is for you, in terms of, if you want to say, okay, hierarchy now, is it more of relationship or more of the quality?
It's more of the quality for me.
More of the quality, yes. Not the relationship.
It's difficult to pick, but it's more of the quality.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking that question is because I know that you, for one, you're quite popular here in Ondo State. Now, I would want to attribute that to the fact that, okay, maybe you schooled here in Akure, you practically been in Akure.
No, I schooled in Akure, went back to Lagos to work, then I came back, got married, and I moved to Akure. So it's not when I started from the scratch. Because I remember there was, when I started, I was like, okay, when I moved back to Akure, people were asking that, okay, so what do you want to do now, since Akure is not a place where you can really get like not like you can get a good job in Akure, where you can get a job that will be able to pay well, aside government or bank job. And I just told them that, oh, I'm going to start baking. And the person's reaction was, baking? Do you know how many bakers they have already? How would they know? And I said, don't worry, let me just start. And I started. And it's been awesome. So
that's very good to know. So before we go on a quick break, I'm going to ask you this very interesting question. Can you share with us some, like, maybe one in particular, one very terrible baking experience that you must have encountered? Like, I'm sure it's not been a roller coaster ride, right? I'm sure you had situations where you got a job and you were like, hi God, who asked me to collect this job? I'm sure you had experiences like that. Yes. Is there a particular one that stands out for you, a particular experience that stands out for you that you were like, if I have my way to talk to people, I'll be like, don't do this mistake I made, don't make this mistake when it comes to your job?
I'm trying to remember, not really, but maybe most, okay, I'm trying to. Okay.
Because if you're trying to remember, then you're giving an impression that it's been a roller coaster ride.
No, I don't know, but there was one. Okay, there was a wedding. It was, I think, 2 years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? The last wedding cake I did for that year, it was a stressful wedding cake. Like, the cake was stressful. Forget it. Stressful in the sense that put this one, put that one. Okay, fine. We're all, and even after decorating the cake, I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't like it as a person. But that was their color, because that's one issue about baking. And no, you have to, when the client picks a color, you should be able to tell them that you're not sure this thing will come out nice. You get? So after decorating, it was okay, because I had to check my phone, like, okay, this was what they wanted, but they said they wanted another color. But the cake was not fine. I won't lie to you. Like, it was not. It was fine. Do you understand? It was fine in the sense that, okay, this was what you ordered, but it was, the color was just
for
somehow
you, the
to
creativity
me.
Was not it. Like, it was just, this is what you want, but by our standard, this is not what I would do on a normal day.
Like, I won't use that color on a normal day. So we delivered the cake, and when I got to the venue and I saw the deck, I was like, oh, okay, like, at least this is their color. This was what they wanted. And after the wedding, maybe the following year, January, so a friend now called me and said, blah, 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 the bride didn't like the cake, this, that. And I'm like, that was what they chose. It wasn't my fault. Do you understand? They said it was not fine. The color was not. I said, no, it's not. Because if you had told me that, okay, I should advise you, but it was someone that referred them and the person said, this is what they want, just make it this color. And I did what they told me to do. Fine. I felt really bad about it. You get? I felt really, because I'm so, maybe now I've really grown, because before I'm so emotionally attached to my job. I'm still attached to my job, like, emotionally, but then I've just tried to, like, Ventola, you need to calm down. You can't, like, always overthink things. Like, it affected me for like few days, and I had to start telling people about it just to make me get over it, because they were practically blaming me that the cake was not fine, and it wasn't my fault that the cake wasn't fine. It was the color they chose that didn't come out well. So I think that's the only thing. If I remember, I know that one. But for now,
okay. So now, in a few seconds before we go on a quick break, let me take it from the answer you just gave to me. Now, do you think that when it comes to businesses and all of these things, it's always good as the professional to suggest, give your expertise? I know some clients will be like, "That's what I want." Was that the case with this woman?
No.
Or you did not just?
I did not. They just told me they wanted the color, and I said okay. I did not advise them.
Okay, so do you think that was an error on your part?
Yes, it was an error on my own part. Yes, I should have told them that it won't come out nice, because later even the person that referred them was not saying she should have even told them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a mistake on my part, on her part, and it was, I think, everybody's fault. It's not my fault. we were all to be blamed for the.
Okay, guys, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Feintola.
Bringing ideas to life is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. When imaginations meet creativity, style, identity, confidence is what you get. At Optimus Cult, we create a lifestyle you desire.
Welcome back, guys. It's been an awesome time chatting with the creative director for the Salt and Sugar brand. So before the break, Feintola was talking to us about one major disaster that she encountered as a baker. Moving on, Feintola, young bakers right now, let's talk about, for you said it earlier, it's passion for you. Now, when we talk about passion, let me even ask you, if somebody offers you a job now, would you say, no, I'm okay with baking?
Yes, I am. I don't know. I don't know how much you offer me that will make me leave baking.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
3 million naira monthly.
I'm sure.
Fine,
if I have the money, I'm not sure I'll be fulfilled.
Yeah. So baking gives you that fulfillment.
Yes.
But at the beginning, because you started off with passion, where you've grown over the years. The amount you were making back then is different from what you're making now. I'm sure. Now, what advice do you have for people that right now they are going into baking for the money, not for the passion? How difficult can it get for them?
If you go into baking for money, I don't know. It depends. I don't know, but then I think you'll be frustrated, because when you're starting, the thing is, when I started, there was a particular amount I could not tell my clients. Like, then if I make a cake now, let's say the cake is 1,000 naira. Like, I should make this cake for 1K. Even then, I'll be thinking that 1K. Am I sure I can say? But there's a level you get, and I tell them my cake is 500K. If you are not paying, you can go. Do you understand? I'm not saying that, okay, like being rude to your customer, but then I feel it's basically like any profession you want to go into, any business, you should at least have passion for it. Fine. Because for me, it started, and there were times I had to like use my money to make cake for my clients. Do you get, like, okay, now you paid me 8K for cake, and after decorating and all, I spent like 13K. I didn't make profits. Do you get? So imagine if I was making it, if I started because of profits, I will feel really bad, because imagine adding your money.
That's a loss.
It doesn't make sense at all. So if you start with the passion, you'll be like, oh, okay, you know where you're going to. And these old baking things started play. It wasn't, I didn't know it was going to get this serious. You get? I was just like, okay, I wanted to learn something before leaving school. I learned from my boss, Cakes by LA. So I just like, okay, let me learn baking, and okay, hopefully I didn't even know it would be something I'll be doing today. You get? So I think the passion is very important, because baking is stressful. I will not lie to you. Forget all the fine pictures. It is stressful. There are days that you bake and the cake will not come out well. You have to trash it, bake another one.
Have you experienced the falling of cake before? I've seen a couple of videos on Instagram where somebody's cake, like, you'll be taking it to the wedding venue and the cake will just fall, and the person says, Jesus. Have you experienced that before?
No, but there was not a wedding cake. It was just like a small buttercream cake. And when I was leaving the house, I just knew something was wrong with that cake. And I was just praying that God, let this cake get Alagbakasi. And when I was entering the hotel, like as I climbed the entrance like this, the whole thing just shifted to one side. And the cake was like this. And people were coming in for the party already. The whole place was set already. I just called the man and told him that, see, this cake, we cannot. The man was like, don't worry, you baked for me before, don't worry, we'll use it. I said, no. She's going, okay, if she will take it like that, you won't take any pictures with it. She said, no, she'll have to take pictures with her cake. That is not possible. I said, don't worry, just do me a favor, just give me like 1 hour or 2 hours, let me go back to the bakery, let me fix another cake for you. So he was like, okay, but I won't allow you to take this one away in case you don't get back on time. I said, don't worry, just keep the cake. So thankfully I had cakes in the bakery that we just baked. So I just went back to the bakery, baked another one, decorated another one, and I took it back to him. So we had 2 cakes. I had to dash him. Imagine that one. I didn't make any profit because I even made a bigger size because the cake I had in the bakery was bigger. So that was the only experience I had.
Some of us are looking for situations where you be coming to deliver cake to us and the cake will be bending.
No.
You tell us, let me go and bring another, and then we'll have 2 cakes.
No, trust me, it's not a good experience, really. It's not a good experience. But imagine. I just had to fix it because I'm always. It's not
about now. Like people that will actually see the job and be like, who made this cake?
Yes, and one thing about
your brand
me
name.
It's not about the money for me. Do you get the fulfillment I guess when my client sends me feedback and like, oh, the cake was nice, the cake was awesome. Fine, I'm making my money. I have to make my money. But then you should. One thing I'll promise you when you patronize me is you get the value for your money. Don't worry. You might feel, oh, Fentola, your cakes are expensive. I was like, don't worry.
Fentola needs to pay for advert. See
you definitely get the value.
See advert.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Guys, you get the value for your money, really. Even if you are making like maybe a plain cake of 5,000, you will get the money and value and you'll be like, I cheated this girl, I should have paid more. I should have paid more.
Okay, that's so good to know. So finally, before we move to the game section of the show, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. What's this? Give us the sweet part of your job. I know your job is very lucrative. I know there's money there. I've told a couple of people on this show that they are just like, you think that I have monitored everything that's in my eyes, like checking people's bank account. But how lucrative is the cake business?
It is
very lucrative. It is like emphasis on very lucrative.
It is very lucrative. Pardon me. But the thing is, I still feel that no amount you charge for a cake will be able to, should I use the word, quantify the stress you go through. Do you understand? Because it's stressful, trust me, especially all those wedding cakes. So even if you charge, maybe on the average you charge like 150k for a wedding cake, I'm sure most bakers feel after stacking the cakes and you'll be like, I should have charged more. Because the stress you go through, the hours of making flowers, hours of setting up, doing fondants and all, is lucrative but it's stressful. That's just it.
That's good to know. So any final words for young bakers, people that are considering, oh, I need to learn a craft, maybe I should just consider baking. People that are still here and there, but that have baking as their, any final words for them? Especially, and then for those who have gone into it, those who have started it because of money and they're not making it, like the money is not coming and they're already like, oh, I think I'll toe another line of business. Any final words for them?
I think you need to be consistent. That's the first thing. You need to be consistent, and if you're baking and you're not making maybe sales or profits or people are not really patronizing you, I just feel you have to keep doing it. I did a lot of free cakes. Trust me, like free cake. I give people. There was a time I baked different flavors. I was taking it from one bank to the other. I took it from one bank to the other, and trust me, I got correct. Most of my correct clients now, they are from those free cakes. Took it to places where I know, okay, I could network church. I make cakes for church. You understand? From there, you'll be like, oh, sister, so I want to make a cake. So it's from there, even though those people might not like pay you well like they should, but they will be able to link you to people that will pay. And one thing I tell people is, okay, for young bakers, I will advise you that even if your decoration is not so perfect because you're a beginner, you just can't be a pro in a day. You get, maybe it's possible for you to be a pro in a day, but then I always tell them to, like, most of my students, I tell them that what I tell them is make sure the taste of your cake is superb. Do you understand? So that at least you should have something that will bring them back. Imagine having a fine cake and they cut it and it's terrible. I'm not sure anybody will come back to you. But if you made a cake and maybe the decoration is still not so neat, they'll be able to understand, like, oh, she just started, but her cake tasted really good. So they will want to come back. You get.
So I really like the part where you talked about, because I feel like, I think it applies to, almost every profession. When you are starting, before the place of money, there's always the place of trying to network, trying to introduce your brand to people, because it's a new brand. People cannot jump at it like that, and that's where the place of free jobs. A lot of free jobs comes in. But a lot of people are doing business. I think a lot of people now are into business, like they start business because of the money. So when the money is not coming in, it becomes very, 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 very frustrating. But I like the part where you said that, you see that free job part there. So thank you so much, Ventola. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, guys, move to the game session of the show. Of Salt and Sugar. It's the game session of the show, guys, and this time I'm going to, leave her to battle it out, but as always, I will not fall people's hand, Okay, so Fentola, we're going to be having two games, right? The first one is going to be guess the taste or guess the food. So you're going to actually be eating some stuff. I'll blindfold you, put some of it in your mouth, and you guess what you're eating, because I know you are a foodie. I heard you are a foodie.
I'm not a foodie. I just like to cook. So I'm sure I'll do it.
So let's know how, want to know how well you can guess some of this food. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I was born ready.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just not. I promise you guys, this thing is not transparent. Come. What's this? She can't see anything. Okay.
Where is the food now?
Open your mouth.
This one feels like warm.
Somebody taste. Okay. What did I just put in your mouth? You want more? You want more?
It's kind of crunchy, so I'm trying to taste. But I can taste something that.
What did I just put in your mouth?
It tastes like beverage, but there's something crunchy.
You have two guesses, a chance to make two guesses. What's your first guess?
Cabbage. Wait, there's something else. Bonvita. I can taste Bonvita. I can taste cabbage. I can taste.
It's actually
Bonvita.
cabbage and Milo. Cabbage and Milo. I'll give that one to you. Okay, we have two more that you're going to try. Two more that you're going to try.
I've not finished this one.
Yeah, please swallow.
Is that not dream to step down?
Calm down, calm down.
Do you want to kill me? My baby is small.
Okay, guess what you're eating?
This one on the stage, I like it.
This one is so easy.
Wait now. I need to be sure. Let me have more.
You don't have more. Okay. This is the first guy that's coming on our show to give. Like, she has literally finished everything. What are you eating?
Cucumber.
Cucumber and
I don't know the other.
it's actually cucumber. Should we call this one cucumber tea? Because this is like cucumber mixed with tea. It's like, see, just cucumber finish everything. Okay, so lastly we have this one. She's supposed to guess what she's eating, guys. Somebody will purge today. Somebody will purge today. Somebody is going to purge today. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Where's the food now? This is my baby's food now.
Too
It's
easy.
not complex. It's golden mode.
Yeah, golden one. Golden one. So she actually got all three correct. I mean, it shows that she's really
I told
a
you it's food.
foodie.
Can I help my eyes?
Yes, you can. She's really a foodie. She's a foodie, like a major foodie. Okay, guys, before we round up the show, we're going to be having our Think Fast game. Faintola and I are going to be battling it out right now. So the game, one person is supposed to answer a random question in less than 5 seconds. Your opponent automatically becomes the next person automatically becomes your opponent and your timekeeper. So you try to answer the question against 5 seconds. Do you understand? If you miss that question in 5 seconds, the next person takes over.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next question you're going to be hearing is going to be reading the questions to us. I promise you I have no idea what the question
Are you
is all
sure?
about. Yes, I promise you. I promise you. So you and I are going to be battling it out. And as always, I don't want to disappoint my people. You guys, root for me.
Alright, the first question will go to our guest. 3 countries you would love to travel to.
UK, US, UAE.
US, UK, UAE. I had to place it.
Alright, question 2 goes to our host. 3 things you should never do in front of a baby.
Get naked, smoke, drink.
Same thing to you.
Have sex, get naked, smoke.
Alright, question 3 to our guest. 3 things you do every day.
I press my phone, I eat, and I drink water.
I press my phone, I eat, I have sex.
Every day.
That's every day. Okay,
Alright,
I had to
four.
say something. I had to say something.
Alright, question 4.
To who? Should be to the
Now,
host now.
to the host now.
Okay.
3 things you usually do to get attention.
Attention. I shout, I dance, I shout.
Form sick. Act up.
Fat. When you fat, people notice you like, where's that smell coming from? Yes.
Alright. Question 5 goes to our guest.
Again.
Yes, the same thing goes to the host. 5 phone app you use every day.
Instagram, WhatsApp, Pinterest.
Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Pinterest, Canva. Oh shit! Okay, guys, as always, I won again.
No.
Again, even though that I don't always fall hand, I don't always forehand. I don't forehand. So it's been an amazing time with the creative director for Salt and Sugar. Thank you so much for Intella for
Thank
being
you, Winnie,
on
for
today's
having
episode.
me.
Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
So guys, join us same time next week for another exciting episode of Talk Time with Me. Thank you so much. Bye.